Hello kakabsat, gawis ay agaw to ko amin. Welcome to Pansigudan Hour Plus. So this episode is entitled The Community Leaders Formation Program Inaugural Class Graduation Highlights. I am Mark Philamon Padkyo, your host and a proud CLFP volunteer. Together with me is my co-host.
Shakmut ni Jem Malian Manilang, ay proud CLFP volunteer. Kawis ay ako kung sa tako amin.
Now, allow us to give a background of the Community Leaders Formation Program. So, the Community Leaders Formation Program is a transformative initiative designed to forge a new generation of community leaders in the Cordillera region. This is divided into two segments. The Community Leaders Formation Program Field School face-to-face modality and the School on Air Teleradio modality. So the CLFP is a multi-sectoral partnership focused on civic education. The inaugural program is a collaboration between BSU's College of Social Sciences, College of Public Administration and Governance, and the International Relations Office. This academic support is complemented by individual volunteers with community mobilization led by the Pansigudan Advocacy Cooperative and the Benguet Business Society Incorporated. So, kas ano bang naaramid daytoy graduation part?
So, daytoy partner ket kalpasan pi man ti mano nga bulan ket naangay daytoy nga graduation dagitoy the learners idi February 21, 2026 ijay International Relations Office ket aside ti daytoy nga panag-receive ti certificates daken iti pinning ceremony ket adamot lang naangay nga MOA signing tapno agtultuloy daytoy nga programa tayo.
Okay, thank you, partner. Okay, so this is the moment we've all been waiting for. Han kayo pa lang umikikat buyaan tayo man daytoy.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Lupang hinilang nagkanang magiting sa manlulupig, ikapasisihin sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit bumuka. May lagang tulad, awit sa paglayang may kabahay. Ang slap ng matawat mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning. Ang bituin at alam niya kailan pa may nagigiling. Lupa ng araw ng magkakita sila, may langit sa piling mo. Ang ligaya
ay ugayam di igayamun ay ugayam di igayamun ay umuna nga nakpadayawan si Apo Diyos nga kangangatuan ay anak met kaablaawan mangidad daulo tabies yung pag-iiskwilaan kastamot ta mangidaldalan opisina ati paan sigudan ay anak man kaablaawan sang-sangaili kakailyan nga naggapu ata madu mga pagilyan ay ugayam di igayamon ay anak man kablaawan dagitoy da nga estudyante at anda nakapalpasan taan tayo nagaadalan kulkultura akan panangidad daulo tanagkapuan tayo nga pagilyan ay ugayam di gayamun ay ala dawatan tayo kan apo nga kangatwan tay suna ako maata maangiwanwan tanamat lang bendisyunan daytoy ang programa taan tayo kumaapalagipan tanadu madu mga kultura ay yawan asabali ngan tayo pangikamangan nohan ang isuna tayo mutaan ang parso at amin ang tayo makit kita ay maminsan pa ay itangat tayo akan kabunyan tayo suna kumaata mang bendisyon kas isupli tayo iti na dumaduma nga pagilyan taan tayo na adalan nga maipatawid ta sumarsarunupay ang kaapututan ay mamingsan pa'y akit kablaawak da tayo ta nabalungal daw tayo alisan.
Mabalintayon nga at lugaw. Ngayong abigat kata kayo amin. A warm and pleasant morning to our university officials, our hard-working partners, and most especially to the stars of today's event, the inaugural class of the Community Leaders Formation Program.
Indeed, John, it is a beautiful morning to celebrate leadership and service. I am Alexander Kilip from the College of Public Administration and Governance.
And I am Joan Quinones from the College of Social Sciences. We are honored to be your masters of ceremonies for this milestone.
To officially open our hearts and minds to this program, let us welcome the father of our university to give the welcome remarks. Please join us in welcoming the president of Benguet State University, Dr. Kenneth Narwan.
May magsapa tayo amin. Earlier, I was asking Ma'am Betty. Ma'am Betty, niya ba tibod di activity tayo tatta? Mabalik ba ka Ilocano when takpaman dito community? But then I was surprised that our masters of ceremonies, English naman yan. May I move that I will do away with the usual roll call. Ano minsan gamit kat pada tayo ti programa ti LGU kat kadagsaw kat ma-mention amin o sino ti adat si class o sino ti adat si audience. So with that, I will just simply greet our distinguished guests, my colleagues at Benguet State University, our mentors, our partners, especially to the Pansigdan Advocacy Cooperative, and of course, most especially, the graduates of the Community Leaders Formation Program Inaugural class. So welcome to our graduation inaugural class. Dikit-kita dito graduates tayo tapos naman na few of them, their faces sounds familiar. So along the way, when I was doing extension work, nasabsaban ko man lang na kayo. Ito'y Benguet, in some communities or gatherings where we have been doing our community or extension activities. Well, leadership is not about position, but it is about the responsibility, integrity, and dedication to common good, and of course, public service. So I'm hoping that the knowledge, the values na naadal tayo ito'y makatulong to kanyayo, especially when you go back and serve your own respective communities. So sapay ko man ito nung mapanak to jayan yo, and to the significant changes. And so diyan to tinek sigurong arami din mi. Kapag kami to agbisita, kita nito na impact na. Digijay naadal you in your respective communities. As inaugural class, it's very special kasi the 51st batch, and we're expecting that you will become the model for the next batches to come. So you have to set the standard, tada kayo na 51st. No kuma first graduate BBS Criminology ni Bugyas, kung nakpiman ka rin taga Bugyas Campus, you have to make it sure nga nga to the passing percentage tayo, the first batch ka good. And so with that, there is really special about your group na kayo ng first batch. And so we're expecting that you will be setting the standard, you will become the model for future batches. So Ma'am Betty, talagang ada the next batch, ah?
Yes, sir.
So, may you lead with wisdom, decide with fairness, and serve humility. As napuna ni John C. Maxwell, he said, a leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. So you may be leaders who not only guide, but also inspire through action and integrity. So congratulations, graduates. So in just a few minutes, the certificate you. Kung the certificate you ako, adati corresponding ang re-entry plan na. So diyan to di apan yung bisitahin. So once again, welcome and congratulations to all of you.
Thank you, Dr. Laruan, for that very gracious welcome. So before we proceed to the formal rites, it's important to look back at the journey that brought us here. Para iti pakabuklan kan panggap datoy CLFP, awisan mi ni Miss Betty Celestino, the lead convener of PAC.
Imbang nga bigat manan kanya tayo amin to our gracious partner, Benguet State University, headed by our president who is here with us. Thank you sir for being here, for prioritizing this. Tagi sa tuwa nga, tagi sa dekano iti kolehiyo nga nang pa-eskwela kanihayo, so dati nangited kadikitoy ng suro kaniya tayo. No awan dapat tayo nga tawid din sa uno naadal pito nga modules tayo, so i-recognize tayo man di Dean di Social Sciences, study kanay awan pa ni attorney Julie Binaldo nga maadtoy di kakatwada dati nga din di College of Public Administration and Governance ni Ma'am Gretchen. Of course, the host natin forever. Mas daaw kayo niya, ifitay mo't lang kayo nag-graduate. Siyempre, memorable. No ay natin nag-eskwelahan, yung sumulang pagpalpasan niyo. Kasi di ay, hatan ba umadayo? Adat di jay, Cemento value ba? The sentimental value na eh. Ito kayo nga nagdibdibate, di ba? So, thank you very much, International Relations Office. Ipigsalit ka lang pa na yun ang And of course, our general managers sa Pansigilan Advocacy Co-op, hanisunan na sabsabat siguro launay niya. I'd like to introduce si Miss Rhea Alonso. Malasang tayo yung busy gamin. So, and of course, we are happy that we are joined today by very supportive damat niya and talaga mat nga isudat katakunay-nay tayo to no agnay-nay daytoy nga mapan is a local government units tayo yung kinatawan ng ating DILG car Tagalog lang ako para maintindihan niyo Sir CJ maawatan mo lang okay di ka po nga maawatan na kaputa na bunyagan dito dahil ng bunyagan na so takal nga iyaman, mangag tayong tumag lang ibaga na. Kasi syempre, haan nga makompleto tiyay, i-acknowledge ko siya volunteers tayo ito. You are surrounded by many hands and feet and hearts. Nga nang pabalin dito, yan tayong mabinayanan na dito. Data. So, I'd like the volunteers to please stand. Hiyaw naman dyan. Yan. Graduate dan lang kami po yun na duma estudyante. Naiwaras na pa yun niya nga university niya. But we are thankful and we are very thankful that at the transition now, we are joined by UP and STP, CWPS. I see the... Pagka kayo mo atat mo. Deta, so atat to the next nga graduate siyo. Atat na gito So anyway, ni UP, Baguio da. Nung gapugarot ta diba kung natin babay Baguio, iti kami pa Benguet. Ada da magpiman nga magitakder iti Baguio. So yaman tayo kanyada. Kaya of course nagitoy resource persons tayo. Ang adat toy, nakita ni Sir Mark. Thank you and star of the show, graduates, candidates pa ang kagaymat nga. Palakpakan tayo man. You are very special kasi you are a representative of the multitude of hopes. Kung kailan yung i-represent yung medyo emotional lang kasi I never thought nga we will come to this. Kasi lang nga si Rumatada ito iti last year or uray pa iti nagrugdugian ni nga panunutan da ito that there is an education program for the people. Hindi pa lang 2022 kasabay na din na yan nakanti cooperative kami. So, the perspective na dito nagapuin niya, ibikas lang kanya nga advocacy group, kaya tayo dito yung transformative na initiative. Formative siya. Ado ti leadership program mo pa rin kayo mapanan. Mapangkay mo lang ti business at ti leadership program. Na diya, so nga, adat ti president ti alumni, and then ni Sir Ben. No kaya ti related iti business at itidadagita niya. So adu nga maris, ada mo lang ti leadership program iti public servants tayo because syempre iti kakadwate iti adat public servants nga talaga pa nga elected nga public servants. Ngam daytoy kasi kaisa sa lumina na daytoy nga programa tayo kot na iramot gamin is culturally relevant nga kaugalian tayo kuma amo tayo dito na ipagbaga tayo rooted in indigenous values and these are culturally relevant foundation for leadership. Tati kaya tayo nga i-champion agsubli kayo is a communities you nag-isa na adal yun adan ti boses you amo yung usaron neta nga boses amo yung ti pangiturungan you kasi narigat mo't no kaputa na ikan kag boses kat sao kayo nga sao sayang makanamot lang adang-danggan amo yun no anya ti pangiturungan katalawadan yan haan mo lang tumalab di ay amutod pangiturungan tayo dyan. Kasi pangiturungan tayo dyan, so dyan, kaya tayo nga kan ma-achieve niya. Nga di dyan ko na tayo nga well-being iti community, kan well-being iti community, kan sustainable democracy. Apay nga sustainable. Halang kumanga dyan tayo niya. Kasi nakita tayo nita, medyo kabut-butang, no, adagayang paybayan tayo. Kasi lang garden mo tlaang, ako tayo narita niya, ruot pagamuan kayo, ngayon binutulda tayo in the end. Ano na bantayan di ay maklaat ka na lang. So, haan nga mabalin na kasi gayam. So, dagijay pa nang isagana tayo kumalijay, isu na the division na dahil ng programa. The curriculum is built, naglaukan na ito, nag-blend na ito, theory, iti social science and humanities. I-mention ko tayo niya, takwamot. Halamot na, kwada ito niya, napagpanunutan, nagbinulig ko na gusto ba dit say, Sir Mark, dito sa Ilocano, pinuligan, iti duwa nga lubog niya. Nga jay may isa nga nangitin jay practical wisdom din nga diay kat iso jay practice at dati civic leaders tayo nga nangiturong. So the pundasyon na tayo nga module nakita yung in mind ni Ma'am Brigida Pawi tamo ti pioneers tayo niya iti frontliners tayo kita iti CSO ni Ma'am Tabanda kitang nabayag veterano iti serbisyo. Isuda tinangitin iti giya nya kanya tayo. Nga isuti ng ingkadwa tayo, teorya nga magkapo is academic partners tayo. So, ni pansigadan, tilang ako na dito, ito i-oversee or i-develop yung curriculum together with our partners at SBSU. Kata ito i-coordinate ni. Sa mobilization lang naman yung gagawin tayo niya. Adaman ti inayaban tayo nga partner nga during that time nga marugyan tayo di maragsakan na kasi nakatakunay tayo Ijay kat ni BSU Alumni Association. I think na-mention with Ijay, so diyaman kami Sir Ben at isunad to, syempre kahit naman lang witness nagtulungan na dahil to. And there is this one NGO nga hanyo nga nami-meet but that to actually may sagang officer kat may sa iso na nga observer tayo nga enrollee now graduating ni Benguet Business Society Incorporated. Malakpakan tayo nga ni BBSI. So may sama logo enjoy niya. And of course, the local government unit. I'm very thankful because sa municipality of Atok, duwa nga nang champion dito kat ni former councilor tayo to'y Madam, at kaway-kaway naman dyan. Ni Ma'am Kelly. Eskwila ganyan yung Kelly. So, awan manod. Ayan, narikan mo ito man umagaw tayo sa ikwan. So, isuda, tinangin champion. That's why we're able to really land at AJ Atok. And of course, maagbalin na ito. Tati, ustupi man di, tungtong kami, itikan ni Sir, ni Sir President, kung nabi man ni Sir, talaga nga tinakin balwar ti edukasyon. Ti edukasyon kathan nga outcome niya. It's a process. Kati nga proseso, kati niya pa yung nakaitutukan na dahil ito, nakakahan nga dito yung academic institutions tayo. Kat DIT, kasi nga kaya tayo mo, nga isabat kumada dito yung higher institution of learning ako na tayo. And I'm very happy nga, no less than Benguet State University na Benguet kat nga road, dapat lang nga patak-duran na din dyan niya. So, palakpakan tayo man ni DSC. So, dahil lang siguro ang unang kabayagan, duwati modality na dahil ito, dati CLFS nga po na tayo, Community Leaders Field School, pero in this case, naging on-campus siya, in-person modality featuring lectures and workshop here at the host institution. And DI dyan nakipartisiparan niyo. Adamot dahil dito'y community, dito'y leaders tayo, kan learners tayo through the school on air modality, through duyo yaakbot ni Sir Agustin Dawanes. Adaban ni Sir? This is Quanti RP and DCBS Baguio. So, dito'y gamin and separate me dito'y dapat synthesis workshop ta. Secondary learners na gito, da kayo di ikon consider mga primary learners. At dito'y actually 75. Pero we can only confirm their graduation after doing a face-to-face synthesis workshop with them. Medyo addictive pa yung data makwan. May salang pa, isang huling kembot. So, deserve damot lang, ti platform, deserve the tikwa. So, kasi on-air mat lang graduation da. So, ka naka-full coverage, smile kayo da. Tagad i-live stream tayo, na ikakadwa kayo doon, magulat na lang kayo. Meron sa TV. Okay, so Dayjay, this event is a milestone. You form part of our inaugural, kayo sa inaugural class. At dati pinirmaan yung re-entry plan. And it will be a continuing commitment so that is sumarunong akwan. Supposedly, no agpirma tayong damdama, talagang nga awan atrasan tayo ito'y. Taday ito'y kung manangyari before kayo nga nag-eskwila. Gapunta kaya tayo nga inmongsan because it has to follow procedure. So nga tatamin nga emerge. Once this is signed, ibig sabihin, at sumarunong batches, and it would be nice to see eventually after 3 years, Adan to ti reunion yun Okay. No, kunamin to nga ag forum tayo. Adan ti activity tayo dita kastoy ag mobilize tayo man. Tungtong tayo man ti SDG no kuna tayo kat we really highly expect nga adda kayo enjoy as the front runners. Isuti partners mi man. Katagitoy adu nga mabalin tayo maaramid pa yung programa. So, di lang ako ti kabuklan na dahil overview. Maamuan tayo pa dyan dumas it rolls through this ang gana lunch. Kayo nga pumanpanaw because after this, salo-salo tayo mo lang to celebrate this milestone. So, agyaman akmanan and welcome to your graduation ceremony.
Agyaman kami mo Ma'am Betty po. Agpaisudya ko na ni Ma'am Betty, when it comes to leadership, it is not solo journey, and it thrives with panagkakadwa. We know what we call collaboration. And with that, this brings us to a very significant part of our program, which is the MOA signing with our partners.
Kung perbaran tayo, ti panagkaykay sa paninulong babaen ti panagpirma. We would like to invite our main signatories, the President of BSU, Dr. Kenneth A. Laruan, and the General Manager of PAC, Miss Rhea S. Loncho.
Maawis mo lang presence, dagiti witness, iti dahito yung MOA signing. Representative from the BSU IRO. I think we have here the Deputy Director and the Dean of the College of Social Sciences, Dr. Stanley Anongos. And we also have here a representative from the College of Public Administration and Governance, the former Dean, Ma'am Gretchen Ablaza. I think wala pa kasi si attorney. Paparating pa lang daw siya na traffic. And with the presence also of Ma'am Betty Listino, the lead convener of PAC.
As they sign this document, we are not just witnessing a formal agreement, but a shared promise to continue nurturing leaders for our communities.
Benguet State University and the Pansigidan. Benguet State University and the Pansigidan Advocacy Cooperative have formally partnered to empower community-based civil society organization in the Cordillera region. So, with this collaboration, iti dayto yung nasemento or na-cement kunada or na-formalize nga panagkakadwa. Iti dayto yung may isa dayto yung CLFP and other programs. The university's experts from the College of Social Sciences and the College of Public Administration and Governance, including of course the International Relations Office, will serve as resource person to deliver specialized modules on value-based leadership.
This initiative aims to strengthen local governance and promote the common good by providing academic expertise to the Municipal People's Council. By fostering informed civic engagement, both parties commit to enhancing the capacities of local leaders through a synergy of grassroots advocacy and professional development.
Okay, so may request everyone to please witness the photo op. Ito yung magiging document natin later on.
Let us give them a round of applause.
Alright, so we have just witnessed the formalization of our commitment through the MOA, and now we see the immediate impact of that synergy.
Exactly, Sir Alex. The graduates we see before us today are the very first fruits of this partnership. Daytoy ti bunga ti panagtinulong kan panagkaykaysa ti BSU kan PAC. This ceremony is the living proof that when we work together, we create leaders who can transform society.
To present and confirm our graduates for this inaugural class, the first harvest of the CLFP, let us call on Ms. Clavie May Oyan, the CLFP Project Coordinator.
Naimbang nga sa kanya tayo amin. I stand before you today as a volunteer, anak takbad lang. Iti Voters Education Program. Ay project na bali na Community Leaders Formation Program. Salamat iti gundaway nga daki iti dadaas si da kami tinagkakadwakan na moms, sirs, our fellow learners, the guests. I'm honored today to deeply present tayo, dagiti graduates tayo to. So, kung ni Sir Tatay, nakanungaya the usual welcoming remarks niya nga i-honor, i-mention dagiti guests. Siya na lang, Sir, karot. So, honored guests, learners, and partners from the Pansigadan Advocacy Cooperative, our esteemed colleagues from the College of Social Sciences, the College of Public Administration and Governance, and the International Relations Office of Benguet State University, and our partners from the Benguet Business Society Incorporated. Before you stand the pioneers of the Community Leaders Formation Program. These community leaders have moved beyond theory, rooting their leadership in the indigenous values of the Cordillera to champion a sustainable democracy and prioritize the well-being of our people. I certify that they have completed the modules successfully developed alongside our social science professors, civic leaders, and community elders. I am deeply honored to present the first ever graduating class of the Community Leaders Formation Program. In recognition of your sacrifice and your spirit of service, and on behalf of Pansigadan Advocacy Cooperative and its partners for CLFP, I hereby officially recognize you as the CLFP Inaugural Class of 2026. May you lead with integrity for our communities. Congratulations, po.
To all the graduates, please stand.
We may now proceed to the pinning and award of certificate. So this victory is a shared one, and we invite our graduates to be accompanied by their loved ones as they come forward.
As you take this walk, you will receive 3 things. First, the certificate of completion. Second, the pin, a symbol of your new identity as community leaders. And finally, a letter of continuing commitment sealed by PAC.
Dahito yung letter of commitment, kat saan lang ang papel, no digat may sa apalubos kan talad ana itad kada kayo. May the pin you wear remind you of the people you serve.
Starting us off on a high note, let's call up our first graduate. Miss Aniban Helen C.
Yung pali mag-award pa.
Okay, so may request the awarding bodies to be here in front for the awarding of certificate and for the confirmation of graduates.
Okay. Sorry, excited. Okay, so let us start then. So, first graduate, Miss Aniban Helen C. She is affiliated to Akanbarang Kalasipan Gate Cut Flowers Association.
So, yung mga guardian sa mag-pipin,
Let's give them a round of applause. Angeles Leia A. She is the chairperson of Wanga Local Council of Women and Zero Waste Baguio Incorporated.
Once again, the graduates will receive certificate of completion, the pin as a symbol of your new identity as community leaders, and finally, the letter of commitment sealed by Pansigilan.
Atas Grace T. She is the administrative aide of Katubo Multi-Purpose Cooperative. Balang Johara T. She is affiliated to Kibungan Sayote Growers Organizations of Atok Benguet. Mr. Banisok Jason Boras, the President of Colos Land Operators Association, Caraballo Range Green Art Agriculture Cooperative. Bantasan FEMA. The Supply Coordinator of PAC COS 4. Bolele Josie B. She is the Vice Chairman of Buneng Women's Livelihood Association. Women's Livelihood Association. May we call in Buwak Mariel, an educator of DepEd, Benguet National High School. Kagiwa Annie Marie Buen, the Executive Director of Baguio City Association of Private Schools. Kagiwa Francis Bernard B. He is affiliated to Zero Waste Baguio Incorporated. Alias Herschel Joyce B. Sangguniang Kabataan, Kagawad. We also recognize the presence of our Dean from College of Public Administration and Governance, Miss Attorney Julie. Kalis Premalin S. Assistant Secretary of Libungan Sayote Growers Organization of Atok Benguet. Carino Michelle, affiliated to Benguet Business Society Incorporated.
Next, may we call on Datu Froynalin P. She is a barangay secretary in one of the LGUs in Atong, Benguet. Next, may we call on Blatwood Charlton F. He's a chairperson of Bocau Farmers Association Incorporated. Next, Kianza Juanita L. She is a BOD in Boneng Women's Livelihood Association. Gambulaw Jeffrey Y., the treasurer of Bocau Farmers Association Incorporated. Ignacio Medaliza, chairperson of Bentico Multi-Purpose Cooperative. Ismol Mary Grace, the President of J Livelihood Association. Langay Rosa, the President of Senior Citizen Association. Ayan Sanchez, the President of the Woman Sayate Grower Organization of Ato Benguet. Manugi Binaria. Guido Bermarose. Nito Medina. Pascual Alicia. She is the Assistant Auditor of Kibungan Sayote Growers Organization of Ato Benguet. Sagudin Mary Janice. Saltin Jennifer. She is an educator under Seniors High School Youth Department of DepEd Benguet National High School. Sarah Aida. She is affiliated to the Women's Pawai Association. Last but not the least, Ipaino Rachel. That brings us to the end of our list. Let's give them one last round of applause for our inaugural class. Isang sakayan at kablakaw para itumuna ng haan na mauli na nagturbos.
May we call in all of our graduates for a class photo.
Ayun, so congratulations to our graduates kat medyo nabayag di ay. Ada gayang ti live comments tayo, so no ada ti kayat yung i-comment, pabalimot lang ag-comment kayo. So congratulations sa graduates natin. Tapay kung mataag buya kayo mat lang. Kat akas nakita tayo, there were 30 field school graduates and they are from different sectors. Kat after graduation, handa lang ag-receive the certificate and then it ends there. So dati ko na tayong return service as part of their commitment. Kat daytoy return service, i-monitor nati i-monitor ti Pansigadan Advocacy Cooperative and the other partners. Kat if you can recall, I mentioned a while ago na meron din tayong isang modality which is the school on air, right, partner?
Yes, partner. So, the categories na daytoy kat adda ti primary learners which are community-based officers kan adamot lang ti secondary learners tayo which are from the learners from the special journalism program nga facilitate ni Sir Bobby Macjili nga advisor mat lang dagitoy the students ti special journalism program. So now let's witness the School on Air Synthesis Workshop highlights last March 23 Ijay Benguet National High School. Takitan tayo mo ti naad-adal dagitoy da nga students via teleradio modality.
So yeah, what a way to end our school year. So kung maalala nyo, ito yung ilang beses nating na-orient sa inyo last time. And it's very important, especially if you really are going to work later on related man, directly or indirectly related sa media, when you graduate later on ay makakatulong ito. Even in your studies, especially that many of our lessons ay talagang nakakabit sa socio-political issues natin. So, it pays that that meron tayong, ano bang tawag nito? Meron tayong in-depth na knowledge, kumbaga, and understanding, not just knowledge, understanding kung ano yung nangyayari doon sa, at least at the grassroots level, para maintindihan natin kung paano work a community in terms of leadership. And ilang beses natin itong na-discuss rin, ever since when you were in grade 7, Hindi man lang tinusa. Ever since we were in grade 7, kasi, every time na nag-discuss tayo ay marami tayong mga samples ng mga nangyari sa community para hindi din tayo detached. Kasi yun naman yung sinasabi nga natin na primary responsibility natin as students enrolled in the special program in BBSI. So, yun. So this is a culmination already, culmination ba? Of the end and the beginning at the same time. Nung paano na natin ipo-practice lahat ng natutunan ninyo dun sa school on air natin on CLFP. So I hope you enjoy your workshop and later on ay ma-receive na ninyo yung certificates ninyo para ipaklat yung ijibalay nyo.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are Group 1 and we are presenting Module 1. Understanding governance in Cordillera Indigenous Communities. Question 1. Our answer is our key takeaway in module is that we understand more about governance in Cordillera Indigenous Community. Question 2. It made us feel more aware. And question 3. This is relevant because we are more informed about what is happening to our policy and government here in Cordillera. And last, we answered, we will try to use what we learn whenever we encounter a situation that is connected to it.
Hello po, I am Hannah Domekias and I am representing Group 1, specifically Module 2, which is Module 1, which is Understanding Governance in Cordillera at Indigenous Communities. So, the question in our group is, number 1, what did you understand in the module? So the module made us understand the key concepts of governance, specifically here in the Cordillera, such as the traditional ways of democracy before. Number 2, how did this module make you feel? This module made us feel the impact of understanding the governance in Cordillera indigenous communities. The importance of this also made us realize the role of indigenous communities in governance, as well as the help and weight it brought in the government and the traditional way of democracy in the past. Number 3, as an SPG student, it is relevant to understand governance in Cordillera indigenous communities because I am an indigenous person myself, and the government system also affects me. So lastly, we should learn the uniqueness of our region. And that is all for Module 1.
Hello and good afternoon to us. I will be presenting today is Module 2, which is the framework of Philippine democracy, structures, and governance. Our answer in question number 1 is reality, because it shows how the Philippine democracy and governance really act during national and international problems or issues. And question number 2, our answer is this module made us realize the reality of Philippine democracy. And question 3, this is relevant to SPG students aside for our lessons, but to learn more about our community and what we can do to help inform others. And for lastly is, we should share these lessons to younger generations to guide them with future lessons. Thank you po.
I am Aldrich Pat, representing Group 2, discussing about Module 2. What did you understand in the module? The module discusses about the Philippine system of freedom and the pillars of how the nation is governed. How did this module make you feel? What the module made us feel was happy because we enjoyed listening about the history of the Philippines and the international world, and that we are learning something new about the past of the Philippines. How is this relevant to you as a student of SPJ? This is relevant for us SPJs because we must know how the past were, because as journalists, we must know what is happening about the world around us, either past or present, so we can write news that gives people knowledge. Lastly, what will you do next given all the lessons you have learned from CLFP? We will take these lessons and serve them as a lecture on becoming a good leader and a good resident in the upcoming years. By doing this, we can have a good and responsible leaders for our country.
Today we are going to talk about Module 3, which is Ethical Leadership, Public Accountability, and Responsible Citizenship. So today we answered the 4 questions, and our answer for number 1 is, the key takeaways that we learned on Module 3 is that it takes a lot to be a good leader and that there is many responsibilities when it comes to being a good leader. For number 2 naman is, Module 3 made me feel like I gained more knowledge on what to look for when voting for a leader. Number 3 is, this is relevant because the topics in the 3rd module can be also applied to group works as SPJ student, like seeing a good leader, taking accountabilities, and having responsibilities. For the 4th is, I will become more aware with what I say when it comes with politics. I will also do what I learned from Module 3.
I'm Chesney, and I'm going to discuss our answer in Module 3. So first is, what did you understand in the module? What we understood was that to have a leader who is accountable for their actions is a community who chooses them, not just through appearance, but who fits the ethical guidelines. Number 2 is, how did this module make you feel? It made us feel inspired to become a leader and to lead with proper etiquette. Number 3 is, how is this relevant to you as an SPJ, as a student of SPJ? As an SPJ student, or as a future leader, we have to serve the people with truthfulness, integrity, and most importantly, transparency. Number 4 is, what will you do next given all the lessons you have learned from CLFP? To take action in order to become a responsible leader and citizen. In conclusion, we can use this to spread positivity and awareness.
We are Group 4 and we will be talking about Module 4, which states the role of society organizations that ensures good governance. We will be answering the 4 questions. Our answer to the first question is, for us, the key For us, the key takeaways or concept roles of society is taking accountability to prevent the abuse of power. Secondly, what this module made us feel, it made us feel included and aware of the roles of civil society organizations that ensures good governance. Okay, na. The third question, the role of civil society organization ensuring in good governance is relevant to us as a student of SPJ because it informs us the duty of the third sector, or in other words, civil society, of society and community issues. And the last question, we will be using our knowledge in CLFP by teaching it to other people.
I am Rayden Dimas and I'm representing Group 4 with a report of roles of civil society organization ensuring good governance. So the first question is, what did you understand in the module? We understand that local organizations are working together to ensure good governance in our community. How did the module make you feel? It made us feel good and understand our roles as civilians in ensuring good governance. How is this relevant to you as SPJ students? It gives us awareness about the roles of civil society organizations in ensuring good governance. What will you do next, given all the lessons you have learned from CLFP? Apply what we learned and be a good civilian in our society. That's it. That is all.
I am Chelsea Jade Farinas. I will be discussing about Module 5, Key Lessons and Ways Forward in Local Governance. So we answered the 4 questions. Question number 1, our answer is, our key takeaway is the importance of leadership, such as voting based on their actions, not their words and promises. It means, wag lang kayo kung may promise sila, wag nyo agad paniwalaan. You have to base it on their actions. Question number 2. It made us feel more engaged to learn about the political stance here in the Philippines. Parang, like, we want to be more, parang, involved sa mga governmental issues or governmental problems para mas may kaalaman din kami doon. Question number 3. This is relevant because it helps us learn lessons and ways forward in local governance. Just like our answer in question number 2, para din mas ma-involve kami sa mga governmental issues and problems. And for sa last question, we can use it for future purposes if ever man na maging politician kami or maging governor, mga ganun, mayor, we can, or pwede din naman kung magvo-vote din kami if ever man. Alam namin yung ginagawa namin. Thank you.
My name is Gabriel Kribi Kyo Isan, representing Group 5. So for our first question, what did you understand in the module? What we understand is, from what I remembered, in this module 5, they discussed what happens inside the local government. From this, I came to understand that our government conducts clean up drive per barangay. For our second question, how did this model make you feel? The model made me feel that not all of our government officials are doing what they are supposed to do with our taxes. And our second question is, how is this relevant to you as a student of SPJ? As a journalism student, we are taught to be truthful and non-biased. Upon learning this, we were urged to not just observe but also join. This is relevant to us since we can be the next journalist and wants to be affected by the ways of the government. For our last question, what will you do next given all these lessons you have learned from CLFP? We will pay more attention to the programs and projects near our barangays and participate as much as we can. We will be more involved and call others to participate. That is all. Thank you.
So, good afternoon. My name is YZ Lord Wildulay, here to represent Group 6. Okay, so first question, what did you understand in the module? From what we understood, global SDGs are issues we have to focus on since the majority is affected. So we must start our solutions locally to be able to eventually solve them as a whole or globally. Next, how did this module make you feel? This module made us feel inspired, hopeful, educated, and motivated. Next, how is this relevant to you as a student of SPJ? This is relevant to us as a student of SPJ because we are able to know the issues surrounding our community, and in this way, we can propose and help with creating solutions to problems that affect us. Next question, what will you do next given all the lessons you have learned from CLFP? We are able to apply what we have learned in decision making and share what knowledge we acquired to fellow students.
So, good afternoon to each and every one of us. So, my group will be answering the questions from Module 6. Module 6 is wherein we understand and we apply whatever is in the SDG or the Sustainable Development Goals. So, para sa pink, we answered what are the key takeaways of Module 6. So, the key takeaways of Module 6 is the goals to help the community. This also helps us understand more how this can impact the community by doing this. Tapos, dun naman sa orange, it helps me reflect that as a student, I have my responsibilities and contribution in applying the SDG for the improvement of our community. Okay, sorry. Tapos for the yellow flashcard, as an SPJ student, this makes me more aware with the goals of our government to help in any way. By this, we mean kasi even simply like parang nagpipick up ka lang sa daanan or maybe simply even segregating your waste can help in some sections in the SDG. Tapos, it also helps us to be motivated in applying this. Tapos for the last question, we'll try our best to apply what we have learned from the SLFP. For instance, is we will be voting wisely when we turn 18 and yes, helping.
Hindi daw magiging corrupt ang aming leader. Yes. And next is yung nasa baba, which is knowledge and good governance. Yes, good governance.
Wow. Itagay namin ito kasi ito ay nagre-representa ng awareness and ito naman ay nagre-representa ng knowledge.
Tapos yung eyeglass, it represents that our leader will not be bribed by money because naka-eyeglass. Kasi nakikita niya, basta
Nakikita niya yung truth like that.
yes. Tapos yung nasa gilid niya is justice and trustworthy, which is ibibigay daw ng leader namin ang justice at trustworthy siya.
Good afternoon, everyone. So this is our dazzling model, Giselle, and now we shall explain what are the meaning of her outfit. So let's start the first one, lifestyle. This is put somewhere near her torso, since because she is not only she did not come from a rich family, she is not famous or whatsoever, but she is true, and she knows the struggles of not normal, but as knowing the struggles of a person who did not live a rich life. And then now, let's move on over here. If you can move this side. As you can see, there's like advertising and then like other informations which shows business. Because our leaders not only true to the heart, but is also business minded, which can help us throughout our struggles and what to do to rise our country up.
The sign, or also known as brilliantly on her hand, shows good governance, which is also her power.
And also, the one that she's wearing in her neck represents the people who are either too shy or not too shy, or does not have the freedom to speak what they want or tell the things that they need to say. And that's pretty much all. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. For this look, our group made this outfit to show a superhero who helps people who are in need of justice and will do everything in her power to help the people. Yeah. This is inspired by Lady Justice herself, but as a superhero. For the glasses, it will help her to see through lies and deliver justice. And her sash serves as her shield to protect her. But this sash is not like Sarah Vizcaya's bulletproof vest, but a very powerful item that protects her from everything. 1, 2, 3, 5.
This is our ideal model.
Michelle Alison.
Which represents pure leadership. Let's start from her accessories in her head.
This represents being a leader and a good model.
And we purposely chose to make it white as it represents purity, as she will not let her own personal likings disrupt how she lives. Now moving on to her arms.
This represents being freedom of speech.
As the wings represents freedom. Now let's move on to her wrists.
So this response is
Our
community and leaders of responsibility of the.
And now the final and last. And now the final accessory is this.
Being a better human.
Human rights and how she chose better plans for all. Like her motto, she will not let her own personal liking disrupt how she lives, unlike Sarah
Vizcaya.
So this is our model, Jasper Saya. As you can see, we didn't just over the top because it's okay to be simple naman kahit leader ka. And let's start from his quote. This quote represents na magbibigay daw siya ng shelter or comfort to the people who needs house, ganon.
House.
Yes. Okay. This jug represents water. Magbibigay po siya ng free water sa mga At yung pagbabaw niya naman ay parang nagbibigay po siya ng respeto sa mga tao kahit hindi niya po kakilala. And this mom represents na hindi kailangan na magpapatupad siya ng clean-up drive and sasali din po siya doon. Hindi siya magutos. And yung the bond paper represents na magbibigay po siya ng free school supplies to the students who is struggling financially. And this paper represents na lagi siyang aware and if may problem po sa community niya, he will try to solve and find a solution to everything. So let us welcome Miss April Faith Balanban. Mga kababayan. So I will be presenting my plans for our community. So number 1 is no poverty. Ibig sabihin, magbibigay ako ng mga libreng mga foods for everyone. And number 2 is quality education. Magpapatayo tayo ng mga classrooms for our students for them to be able to study properly. And number 3 is clean up drive para maisalba natin ang mga ecosystems natin. And for that, para may yung mga and my plans will be para sa ating
pagbabago, and that's all. As you can see, our ideal leader looks really professional with her pretty face and yung vision board niya. And she also believes in the saying that action speaks louder than words. Tapos, huwag niyo kakalimutan guys ha, number 2 sa balota.
You don't have to look the part, you just have to be the part.
Anyone who has the values and the capabilities to be a leader can be a leader. It doesn't matter how you look, how you talk, how you show people what kind of leader you are. You do not need to show you are a good leader. You must only act like one. Having good intentions will follow with good acts. It will reflect through your help. It would reflect how you help your community.
Yes. And actually, anyone here can be a leader if they work hard enough.
Ano ba? So, to be a good leader, you must stay educated. You do not have to look the part, you do not have to look rich, or you do not have to look like a businessman to be part or to be a candidate to be a leader. You can be a leader in your everyday life through just simply being educated. And by being educated, you are able to make rational and critical, you're able to make rational decision making, and you're able to apply this so that you will be able to also help your community as being a leader.
I believe that being a great leader, it takes a big responsibility and a great one. That's it.
I am here to explain candidate number 5's outfit. First one is the receipt. This is a receipt, which means transparency. A great leader must show the actual budget used in a specific project, so the people won't question where their taxes come from. Next one is her smile, which means that she is being approachable. By being someone who looks kind and friendly, the people can easily approach and ask for help. Next is her ears, which means that she is a good listener. A good leader must also learn how to listen to the people's cry for help and be open-minded. Next is her watch, which means a time management. A leader must know how to manage your time well. And the broom, which means accepts responsibility and is involved. This shows that a leader is willing to accept the responsibility and is not just bossing around but also participates. The equal sign means makes fair and equal decision. This is a leader must make a good decision not just for themselves but also for the entire country's growth. That's all.
Naman, hinohold niya, which symbolizes leadership and initiative as a leader. Kasi as a leader, you should always be the first one na gagalaw para yung others is susunod sa inyo. Yes. And then, yung paper sa ear is a good leader always listens to the opinions of the others or the people. And then, yung nakataas etong good governance and nakababa yun because parang, ayaw yung timbangan na gano'n. Yes, kasi mas nakakataas yung good governance kaysa sa bad governance kasi dapat as a leader, alam mo yun. Tapos yung golden heart, yun nga yung sabi niya, yung motto niya, that a leader should always have a golden heart kasi kung wala kang ganun, wala kang concession. Amen.
This is your future leaders platform. Sustainable, accountable, flourish, and ethical. Meaning, safe with Hershey!
Wow! Our future leader's motto is lead with integrity, serve with heart. This means that a true leader does what is right and listens and genuinely cares about their community. This shows that as a leader, your main goal is to listen to people, represent their ideas and concerns. This emphasizes how a leader and one's community should work together in order to provide peace. Yes, in order to provide peace.
Now, I will just explain yung ibang detail. Yeah. Starting from the smallest detail is the mole on her cheek, representing the most memorable and hands-on leader of our country, which is Gloria Macapagal Arroyo. Moving on, a future leader must be able to represent the country, thus the flag on her chest, while the money on her left hand represents the country's poverty. Yet, our responsible leader here should not let this happen no matter what. The shield on her right hand represents protection against corruption. And that is all.
Hello everyone, I'm Ashley Kazarin A. Bulawan, representing Group 2, and my motto is strength in vision, power in action. Her motto means because you must have a clear goal, you must have to take action to reach and be able to reach that goal.
Moving on, we envision a leader to be like a person who lives simple without jewelries and expensive shoes. A person who is simple. A leader who does not possess any power and stands with strength in her vision and has power in her action. Someone who is determined to serve and not to be served.
As we can see, the crocs she's wearing shows the trait of simplicity. The wallet, the item she's holding, is the way she's gonna sweep the criminals out. The item, the dust brush, shows her willingness to serve. This is the leader we envision.
I am the very good man, and my motto is serve with love and lead with care. As you can see, our ideal leader is that she is simple in a way that isn't flashy through words and promises alone, but is someone who moves with passion and someone who feels the pain of their people, sharing their thoughts and making it one, so that the individuals wouldn't feel restrained or that they wouldn't feel as though they need to act, to feel like they are expected to follow rules like a worthless puppet. A leader should be transparent. They should show that we don't need to cower in fear, but for us to be comfortable in showing what we want and what government is ideal for our future. An ideal leader should put her people and her country first before themselves. To show that when it comes to calamities, someone who would listen to their cries for help. This is so that the people would freely express their pain to them. A strong leader is someone who isn't just powerful, but also someone who is compassionate, diligent, wise, loving, composed, and caring. A leader should be the one who also moves, not just someone who commands this and that, not someone who sits lazily around, but a leader who shows a broad shoulder that anyone can for them to be inspired by their
Okay, so shout out the students, the CLFP nga agbuyabuyamot lang tata. Kat thank you for your support. Self-support kasi ganon. So, kat as we have seen on the video, the students are very engaged piman. It shows there na parang pinapanagutan talaga nila ang sinabi ni Jose Rizal na kabataan ang pag-asa ng bayan, di ba? So, hantay piman nga isi-isi yan, dagitoy da nga chair grant tayo. So, very important dito nga program kanya data kasi it shapes them to be responsible, skilled, and socially aware future leaders, di ba? Ayun, they can be a catalyst of change, di ba, partner?
Yes, agpaiso day taunay partner kat I agree. So ti sumarunumot intay pasangbayan ti RPN anchor of Duyo Ya Akbot, Mr. Agustin Jauanis for the confirmation of School on Air learners and awarding of certificates.
Nimbag-nimbag nga oras sa'yo manon papagayam. Ay kat dito manon ti pagayam no, ni Agustin at Andaw Anis. Kat dito iti programa tayo nga Duyo Ya Akbot. At iti dito nga oras, tiyempo. Kat intayo kablaawan kan intayo mat ikan iti pamadayaw. Dagito'y estudyante kakabsat tayo nga nag-enroll iti daytoy teleradio nga programa tayo. Iti daytoy kun kunatoy nga community leaders formation program baban iti pansigedan advocacy cooperative. Kat tatanga tiyempo kat intayo ikan isuda iti kablaaw kan pamadayaw ta daytoy kat apanda inatindaran iti daytoy kun kunatoy nga community leaders formation. Kat baban iti daytoy kat napintas daytoy apanda inadadal iti daytoy nga programa nga pinutar iti kun kunatoy nga pansigedan advocacy cooperative. Honored guests, learners and partners from the Pansigedan Advocacy Cooperative, our esteemed colleagues from the College of Social Sciences and the College of Public Administration and Governance and the International Relations Office, and our partners from the Benguet Business Society Incorporated and our teleradio program, RPN Duyo Ya Akbot. Before you stand 80 pioneers of the Community Leaders Formation Program. These learners have successfully navigated the School on Air teleradio modality via RPN Duyo Ya Akbot program, completing a curriculum developed in synergy with our social science professors, civic leaders, and community elders. It is my profound honor to present this first ever graduating class. In recognition of your sacrifice and your enduring spirit of service, and on behalf of the Pansigedan Advocacy Cooperative and our CLFP partners, I hereby officially recognize you as the CLFP School on Air Inaugural Class of 2026. May you lead our communities with integrity and congratulations. Ako day J. Lord Chris B. Adon Rihanna Joyce L. Ambrosio Drizel May Benito. Anchong Chasney Kate T. Antonio Aldrich Pat Lungay. Antonio Maribel L. Akisho Ruth Ana Benito. Asprin Daphne Joy Asim. Ayang Lady Dera D. Azarcon Dasha Lexin O. Bakasen Maiko Ayen Faustino. Barami Nazrin Gorospe. Balanban April Faith Kidaw. Baniwas Kate Molly Balian. Basalong Joel Jr. Tongkalo. Bawas Divine Joy B. Bye-bye Elisha Ruseni P. Bisyag Zairing N. Balawan Ashnika Zarin Almeda. Boya Violet Labkain. Karayuan Aisen Morris. Kawarin Jasper Isaiah Ignas. Colado Jerlyn M. Dangsian Catherine Kate Lakbungan. Dayagan Lanzer James G. David Jill Ann Faith Dinamling. Diasis Hannah Jane Orsoa. Di Guzman Lovell May A. Di Palog Harleen Kate Adam. Dimas Raiden B. Doligas Davi Rose C. Domikias Hannah May. Brian Zanjay Dulay Kayabyab. Dulay Ezi Lordwell P. Farinas Chelsea Jade Tikwaban. Fernandez Stephen Sheen B. Gabriel Cree B. Kiwisen. Gatan Dachel Alison M. Habok Franzel M. Ignacio Yenshi Batalao. Isong Aliyah Malas. Juan B. Roslyn Kate Asilom. Kising Jelan B. Langtiwan Shika Kelly Laduan. Lawangin Abner Umaging. Lopez Clifford Rafael. Lorenzo Hershey Jane Alip. Losnong Asnita. Lupos Noah Videt Dolo. Lozadas Vane Christina V. Magdadaro Mecca Jade Villanueva. Manekla Trixia Elise T. Marcelo Fiona Marcian B. Miguel Justice Angway. Moling Kazimir C. Nangis Karen Jano. Olong Kenji Ayawan. Pakpako Xiao Yen Gwen F. Palaes Mallory Ember de los Santos. Pancho Malexi R. Panta Elixir Wayne Alvero. Pingalo Denise D. Polok Kirsten Cassandra Banglot. Ricky Kate Rochelle. Saklangan Jezabel V. Sanoyan Clarice Tasio. Simeon Raven Jan Debsio. Siloy Shander Carl Kolbongan. Somali Azarel Lopez. Taltala Hannah Florence B. Talpe Henrik Gabriel Pacob. Tugaak Clayton Faith Pagedpet. Walsian Clent Eljon Felix. Wyatt Karen Dalinsog. Panto Leonor K. P. Molchino Mary Grace. Marcelino Janeline. Ivasco Divina L. Wagayan Jane. Bastian Sylvia O.
Ayon, congratulations kada gitoy the graduates. Palakpakan ta ko piman. Palakpakan tayo. Kat adda gayam ti duwa nga categories ti learners. Kat daytoy ti the primary and the secondary. Kat adda ti primary students tayo nga 13. And then the secondary nga 67. Kat this was led by Sir Bobby McGee, the advisor of the special program in journalism sa Benguet National High School. Ipo-process ijay the learnings na gito'y students tayo during the RPN radio broadcast from August to October. Let us now proceed to the commitment of what is that? Learners commitment.
Let us hear the experiences and the community leadership commitment from our CLFP graduates through their learners' testimonials. So, maawagan man, dagiti the representatives, we'll start from each sector. So, we'll start with the representative of women's group to deliver their perspective naman. So, I call on Ma'am Josie Balaylay. Share kayo muna ma-recruit na yung tagtap and throughout the program.
Hello. Good morning naman wow ay agong tapunwani. Yan ko na at-least muni kami tinarikik namin. Umuna nga pasalamatan kat niya po Diyos, tayo so itinanan mo na nga nang isabot. Kadang iti dahito nga activities tayo. Kan pisanon at tayo mo lang iso nga na naka-attend tayo kadang ito nga apat ipaadal dagito nalalaing nasisirig nga dagito nasisirig nga magidadaulo. Well, kan ti experience mi ti dayto nga nagisiskuilaan mi ket han nga mabanulan iti kwarta. Apay nga ko nami diyay. Tay di pa ni mambiti iti ato nga nangibaga iti dayto nga wakit ko nami ma'am awang ba age limit na. Ko nami piman kini mambiti ket na awan welcome amin. So ano makita yo da kami nga nag-graduate ket di ko na nga waray dandani, tsansani ko na dahil haan kami itulok. Doon na kami nga itulok. Tagayon ti adal kat haan nga para lang kada giti younger niya. Para mo lang kada tayong babakit nga willing nga agservi iti ilig. Kat iti experiences mi iti dayto nga adal uray no ada iti pabisbisihan iti tumunggal maysa isuti na ipang panurunan ako namin nga ay intayo kit dita additional knowledge. Habang agbibiyag tayo kaya masapon nga additional knowledge tayo. Han nga para kada tayo mutlaeng para iti community no nakuha ka nga agservi iti community. Katuwin pasalamatan mi amin dagitoy nang isabot iti daytoy iti nang nangroreke advocacy nang nangrona kadagiti lecturers mi nga naanos kada iti volunteers nga naisem nga uray no syempre bakit kami ti paminsang kat ano ti kang pamali ay naisem dalata labi mga taon. So agyaman kami awan ti tatay katak ni nervous kami dia ka ag-rubrugi pa lang ti programa nung tatanawat mi ti certificate mi pero di man nagragsak mi. So awan ti may ipa kami dukit agyaman kami hanggang masubadan na ito nga inadal mi. Sabay kumanda tayo nga learners kat maging productive tayo, may apply tayo iti sumarsaruno, uray no ada ipidad tayo. Salamat. Karitan mi dagiti youngers nga iso kayo magkumati sumarsaruno tada kayo ang pag-asa ng bayan. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, President Angalo. It's regardless of age, learning is a lifelong process. Next, mabalik na maawat mo i-present siya ni Sir Dalton Charlton to also share his perspective regarding this program. By the way, he's representing Farmers Association.
Good morning. Thank you very much. Kita ang aming sponsors to make this successful. But most of all, I want to thank my own association, which I represent. So I basically thank myself. Kasi may saklot nga ada dito eh. Pasalamat at suda gamin. Hindi nagawin ako lang nga pa nagkargar din kung nalagit nga siya chairman. Una, basta wada meeting at bayaran yung tikrudo. Pasalamat at kaming nga meeting at papanak mabayaran ng tikrudo pati makan. No awan din, baka awan ako dito yung nakitraining. So, thank you very much, Boca Farmers Association. My reflections for the training, I would like to point out 3 passages which we already know. You cannot teach an old car about to plow.
Wow.
And you cannot teach an old dog new tricks. Tingnan tumatal na kayo. Are you busy? Basically, antay mo nga aso kan carabaos, di ba? We are humans. But for us, old habits are hard to die. So we have these habits dati panunod tayo where wired differently nung mamisakit we're a criminal minded atakin yata yun. It's up for us to suppress, di ba? Nung maliti panunod malit na sakit dinakon mo kahit bumangikit sa balit panunod nga lang minum dyan kalaban mo eh. It's a criminal mind or kan hanggang no intay gumanda natin kwarta ti association na nagtatawag ko mampalinsangon nga bawasak na ito paano kag-purify. These are thinkings nga siguro ba't makikita tayo through our news, through our environment. Makikita tayo nga kaso, marami rin naging leaders tayo. Sorry. Or hanad, suspitsya. Good. The reflection ko dito yung training. Since we are not cows or dogs, we are humans. What makes us different with these animals, although we are animals too, is our ability to unlearn. So, isuti kas lang na ko dito yung training kung ito community nga i-represent o organization i-represent ko kami nag-ijay membro di association kat nagligat kayo nga baliwan di panunod ta. So, di may isang nakita na challenge dito, the ability to unlearn our old practices, our influences, ideas, which may not be applicable to our present environment or applicable siguro ng baka hanta yung hanggang si pagmayat at environment, di pagbaninana. So, we should have a goal or a dream to follow. So, kasi, we need aside from learning, we need to unlearn also. So should we seek change, we need to be a catalyst of change to our environment. So uray pagbalik tayo no ante nga tulungan nga baliwan ti environment tayo baka kananda tayo mutang ti sistema. So I guess that's the challenge. We try to be a catalyst of change to our environment. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sir Carlton, for that perspective. Pagpaisugay ko na, we are not dogs, we are not carabao, we are human beings and we can change, we can learn. So, agyaman kami unay, sir. May we call on Ma'am Ayan Sanchez also for another delineation of perspective. Hey, sir. Sir, okay. Sir Sanchez. Also, from Farmers Association perspective.
Thank you, Lord. Muna ngay, Good morning kada tayo amin. Nakantay pa yung nangan. Okay. Good morning. Mag-share ko agigingay lang ti so na nagapo ito'y pusok ko panunod ko regarding ijay nadadal tayo. Sa gamit tayo may tao nga kurang ti medyo isang mahanak nga nagtuloy nga nag-eskwela ta kurang ti amok kete isang ano ijay answer sheets tayo makikita da mga nanitsik kurang at na ijay surat kurdo ijay insursurod damit at least mangmangag ko mauawatak mabaling nga istorya ngayong hanak nga makasurat no kunada nga isurat kung medyo talaga nga aminit nga nakapaya at yaman law na ipanyapo Diyos yung nang buhay ti dito yung advokasyakat no itikas takot diya kasulakan yak nga kurang ti adan na kurang ti amuna adal at ti maadal tayo. So thank you panyapo Diyos nga nagtitilayin ti tunggal maysa nang buhay ti dito yung advokasya. Kito pasensya tada ito'y compose ko diya ko nagkabuhay tayo puso kong panunod ko in I am a full-blooded kanawi from Tibungan. But our association is built in Ato since 2010 until now. So the organization with Tibungan Self-Divorce Organization of Ato. Yung they pinag-compose ko pure kanawi. They hanga makawag, they volunteers tayo. Damag kayo kung ni Ma'am Bidi o kung ni Ma'am Julie. At na. Okay. Muna siguro ka nakagmay. Good morning, I give DJ lang, thank you, and hopefully nga iti out of People's Council, this is tayo government itinjay inadadal tayo, may sa tayo, titinurong tayo, no jay, kunan jay mo nga i-product tayo jay out of People's Council. Thank you.
Agyaman kami mo sir, iti dahil ka nga ibigay mo iti talento kanyami. But agpaisujay ko ng tatay nga itawag do dumatiling da. Ngayon ni Apo Diyos so tinaling agso, tinaling agsurat, at tinaglaing agkanta, agdrawing kin anya payman. So you are given multiple talents. So sumaron ng arog kat awagan tayo manmet ni Ma'am Jennifer Saltin, tapos ibigay naman iti perspective na. This is on the educator's perspective naman. Benguet tayo mammat na niya di.
Good morning. Kanta ko mga mahadan sabat. On behalf of the Department of Education, we joined this leadership training. We take part on this leadership training because as a teacher, our main goal is to impart with our students. And Ma'am Betty mentioned a while back that we graduates are the multitude of hope. But on the point of view of the teaching profession, we see our learners as the true multitude of hope. So I'm very glad to see some of my former students here, Roynaline, Jeric, and of course Rancel. You see the people who are exerting their effort for you to become a better person. And with this, we would like to thank Pansigadan for being the avenue. That we found common denominator among the teachers, among the person who cares, among every one of us who wish our community, who wish our society to improve. Through this activity, I found a common denominator that we are not alone in seeing a brighter hope that we can still improve our way of life. I found a common denominator that the spirit of humanity is still alive. And with that, thank you for this brighter light that you showed to us. So, once again, thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you that we are very open to this hope. Thank you that there are a lot of us who are still hopeful that we can live in a safe and humane environment. So, thank you once again.
Yeah, ma'am, for that very inspiring message also. Common denominator dahil iti panagkaykaysa, iti tunggal may sa regardless na niya tinagapo ang mga sector, na niya iti profession mo. And according na to ma'am, that common denominator that we have is to be able to attain what we hope for. So yun makasurong tayo makatulong tayo iti kada tayo nga tao. So agyaman kami manan ma'am Saltin for that perspective. We may now proceed to the next one. Mabalin nga maawagat ni Ma'am Leia Angeles to also share her perspective representing, of course, the non-government organization.
Naimbag nga agsapa, kanyayo amin ito'y, ano awang kayugayang, awan ti audience. Nang namulog naman ang kanyayo, naimbag mo nga agsapa, ano awan kanyayo, awan gayong gay graduation time. Kas na ibaga lagi kakadwak, nga ay muna classmates ko. Pasalamat daw kay na Apo Diyos na naitungkal na rin tayo ito eh. Agpasalamat akmat lang kay nila kay ko. Nan ano sana dyan pa nag-i-iskwilak na agawid nga naladaw. I-share ko dyan at adal ko dito. But I'm very thankful to PAC, Ma'am Beth, for opening this to us. Awan nga iti limit, awan ti age. Paisukin, awan ti linganan or di na yung language barrier. Kami isutin lang sa akin na manglap-lap po kanya no kaadwan. Isu gamitin experience ko dito yung community. At dito ay naging very happy kami, overflowing the food, overflowing the coffee. Thank you sa sponsors, sa mga pakain nyo sa rides, thank you din. Kasi maibatik nga dito nga, ako nga nga i-imot the community. I mean, knowledge is power. Muray pa'y ada kanyang garo di knowledge nung iimot mo, but it's useless. So you better share to your community. Naawit ko diya'y re-entry plan ko. Allow me to read my leadership vision. To be the exemplar of participatory good governance, where all the sectors enjoy a high quality of life, guided by a responsive, transparent, and accountable government. I am so thankful. Gamin dito'y naikabil kong action steps. May salitan kat na itungpal ko. Ang ko lang na-inform gamin PAC. Gamin actually imayak na yung last graduation, hindi na-schedule. Talaga nga naka-attire ako. Imayak. Ayun lang na venue me. Di ko na pala ATI. Sir, meron pa dito graduation? Wala, sabi. Nakanak dito eh. Awan ng tao. Nakanak ni PAC. Ada nakabuta. Ang so sorry da. Ano, sorry na. Napospone po. Hindi ko kayo na-inform? Hindi. Wala naman ako sa GC. Wala naman ng text. As in, wala. Wala naman sa Facebook. I was invited, pero wala. So, nakabado ako. Pero, papanakot, nagawid ako. Nagawid ako that time. Pero nga, isutin ang lapad nga, manggura ka ti PAC. Kasi it's part of learning nga talaga nga. Hamat nga, dititibado, pero nakabado ako na tatidlo. Pero di, ako yung experience no na kahit nadadjay, hanggang mo natuloy ko. Pero okay lang. Tapos yesterday, nag-text si Ma'am, really? Just yesterday? So, pero earlier kasi, nalaman ko na kay Ma'am from Zero Waste. So, na-inform naman ako earlier. Tapos yung bagayo manin nga, paano ko anak naka-prepare kasi nakalakal ko di ba, ano ba, Ma'am, pwede ba yung may ganito? Yun ang nagpatagal sa akin kasi nagpiro ka maruti at collar na. At kaya sa kuman ka umay, so nagladaw-ladaw. Tapos nag-alarmak pa, hampay nag-alarm. 4:30 nag-alarmak, 7 o'clock ako nariing. Bagat kinila kayo, pero ako nariing. Bakit kumutay ganyan? Pero anyway, nag-mediate experiences ko dito. Naka-adalak from the LGU, Digijay taga-LGU, nag-med Digijay i-voice out you, han kayo nga naimuti agpaisungay nga mangyayari dito community, di sistema. But when we are that courage to continue, and we encourage also that ito'y uray mo na tayo ma'am, na kayo 22nd batch. So, once again, from PAC, volunteers, sponsors, aminan, this hall, land bank building, thank you po. PSU po, sorry po. Ito po, thank you. Thank you. At sasama tayo manan in the future. Thank you po.
Thank you very much, Mami. So, kiyaman kami manan, Ma'am Leia, for that very inspiring reflection of what happened here and your experiences here in this program. Nagpwesto Jay, kanan ni Ma'am Leia Tatay, it is not only what we learn yung nakuha natin dito it's more of what we build when we are here in this program. As you can see, for those who don't know each other, naging magkaibigan na sila. And that is where they engage with each other, they share their knowledge, their inspiration, and later on, it's a way for them to build partnership sa mga events nila, in their upcoming events. So next naman, may I call on Ma'am Esther Binyahan to share also her perspective regarding this program. She will be representing the LGU CSO naman.
Okay, so as they garud, akan taakot ko manong ni sa kaya ko natin nga agsaw. Okay, so sa ako nga ang ba maglugyanak na as they garud, good day everyone sa pasak kat day akasin pagati nauna agyaman tayo hindi ako Diyos di amin yeah. So kanya, as a learner and as being the CSO this officer in the Agok People's Council and in behalf of the local government unit the Agok, I am deeply grateful to be part of this meaningful journey under this community leader formation program of Pansigadan Agok Cooperative in its partners in the name of Ma'am B.D. Listino and Ma'am Rhea. So, this program has strengthened not only my knowledge but also my commitment to serve our community with integrity, inclusivity. Talagang adakan nga tayo guys na ipusuan. Anya? And compassion. Isu nga it reminded me that leadership as sa ibagbaga tayo during our discussion that leadership is not about position. Anya? Amo tayo diyay. So, it's all about our responsibility and genuine service to the people and the community. So, kaslakas dayti ka, kahit ko nga in part unay, kana, as we graduate today, we carry with us the lessons, values, and inspiration we gained. So, ready to apply them and empowering our CSOs nang nangruna ta dagitoy classmate ko dapat mostly nga tayo maglaki sa Agok People's Council. So we are so blessed iti munisipyo tayo nga ato sa naibagbaga tayo iti. So CSOs and nang nangruna nga ti adakan nga tayo may kat strengthening participatory governance. Maglugi mo lang pati isay barangay. Taado mo lang iti from barangay. Okay, so, kasday kata, with all our, despite iti amin hindrances, iti ba na kumay-kumag, ito'y na nakijoy, iti na ito'y na klase kata, I'm thankful, tamay saak, no, na ito. So, di na ipagkakarot tayo. So, di sabay kumata na tayo CSOs kata zekan kanayon ang maibagbaga during our trainings and seminars kata datayo latta iti pinakamata kaniwat ijay komunidad tayo. Dahil tikas lang nga iunay-unay ko uray no sa dino ti papapanan ako na dang ay sila man ti agsaw or speaker iti kasi na talaga nga uray no aamo tayo ng adalat ta kuma iti mang remind ano man isang girl may kat
kinabisig iti trabaho ganyan mapagbispisian tayo may maliwayan tayo may isuwain tulo nalbas mamudan iti sakto is a barangay or munisipyo may o akmut tayo kuna tayo mga ay sus bagak kumagamit iti isuwa dahito yan tumakder tayo na dahito yan usaran tayo iti naat-adar tayo iti dagito very necessary nga speakers. So, awan samutan, baka agsangit akmanin kanda. Once again, congratulations kanya tayo.
Thank you, Ma'am Esther. Kaya thank you kay aming representatives from the different sectors nga. Nangibingay iti naadalan da iti CLFP. Pruweba nga daytoy nga programa kat epektibo ken basta kakadwa tayo mabalin tayo nga baliwan iti daan nga sistema, iti daan nga taginay-nay. Ken to sum it up adda iti namnama. So those words truly touch the heart, and to ensure that this leader-forming leaders movement continues in mainstreaming CLFP, we proceed to the pledge of partnership for replicating this program.
We invite the representatives from CFCAR, UP Baguio, DI LGCAR, and our LGU partners. Your support ensures that this program reaches even more communities. Titinulong tayo para iti pagsayaatan iti kaatuan. So, may invite them to please come here in front and if they want to share also their talk. Okay, unahin natin ang CFCAR.
May magnabigat yung amin kakabsat. Nag-prepare ako message yung very formal. Kunakan, ay naku, sobrang formal. I-divert tayo pasin. Anyway, congratulations karagay ka-classmate ko dito'y tagigayman sponsors tayo. Kakaroon pangsigadan cooperative, the BSU, the ILG, kan the individuals nga mentioned that time, no? For these event, for these activities that we had in this program. As educator representing both the Benguet City Association of Private Schools and the Catholic Education Association of the Philippines, Cordillera Chapter, I was deeply impressed by the diverse participation and the vibrant exchange of ideas, especially to be with the other sectors, no? Handlang nga di education sector, di kakadwa, adamot ti LGU, ada ti CSO, ada ti women, ada ti farmers. Very rich nga, gayam na nakukuyog tayo, na nakakadwa tayo niya, nga ag-exchange tayo ti ideas, ta at pwedso nga may sa nga topic yung ado nga perspective at ado tinaadal tayo, di ba? So every moment was engaging and enriching. This program has a profound blessing and it's filled with aha moments. Hindi pinakakadwate ay gayam anya. Ado lagi na ado tayo nga ay kas di gayam di pa nagkita da ije nga idea, ije nga konsepto. So, we were able to ignite our passion to keep on serving our respective communities. And we are now better equipped to awaken in our fellow citizens a commitment to good governance. So let us truly be part of the solution, not a part of the problem. Diba? Ano ti problema ti Pilipinas, ano ti problema ti lubong tayo. So i-commit tayo, ti sarili tayo nga we should be part of the solution. Our action plans, di inanamit tayo nga action plan, they are the seeds of change ensuring that our learnings extend beyond the four walls of this classroom. My continuous collaboration with DILG has opened doors to the trainers training. Thank you, Sir CJ, nga na-invite kami magmanan i trainers training. And together with DILG support, we have engaged the various universities in the city of Baguio, like St. Louis University, University of Baguio, University of Cordilleras, no? Especially in the coming Civic Academy. Okay? So furthermore, I was also invited by the National Basic Education Commission through CAP to contribute to the review of the Araling Panlipunan curriculum. Kaya katinan, adal ko ngay dito'y, I would agad adal ko mag CLFP, kan trainers training, the Civic Academy, awitot dijay para pag-ayos ni Araling Panlipunan curriculum in the Philippines. Anak nga social studies major, math major ang idinagadalang ka education. No, apay nga din-invite ka po nata, Ma'am, can you please be part of the Araling Panlipunan group? Ay, kunakot, is this God's will? Is this God's intervention nga rin na adal ko dito ito, awit ijay, no? Kano maayos tayo iti Araling Panlipunan classes. I was also invited to be a member of the Baguio City Character Council, and my learnings in the CLFP will be shared and is being shared in the making of the manual for the for this character city. So we aspire to inspire a behavioral shift towards good governance, and we trust in divine guidance to realize our vision for a better region, a better Philippines, and a better world. Gratitude fills our hearts today. Walang hanggang pasasalamat, panagyaman, iti kanta, iti puspuso tayo amin. Hanak nga makakanta nga kabada ni Sir. Ngam, di nga kantakot, ada di puso tayo, kanta, pasasalamat. Congratulations once again. Thank you, and mabuhay tayo.
Thank you, Ma'am Kagiwa, for that pledge, Ma'am. And we also want to call some of our students from UP Baguio as part of their LSTP component is C1s or CWTS.
Hello, good morning po. So, thank you sa Pansigadan po for inviting us here, and it's such an honor to witness this moment and the achievements of the graduates. So thank you po. And I'm Ruby po pala from UP Baguio NSTP. So ako na yung magsasalita sa group namin kasi hindi na-inform. Una sa lahat, bagong partner po kami ng Pansigadan. Pero may mga nakaka-partner na po sila dati na professors namin sa ibang activities nila. And very excited po kami na maging part ng future activities pa ng Pansigadan. And na-inspire din po kami sa mga stories na shinare nyo kanina. Especially galing siya sa iba't ibang walks of lives, from farmers, sa mga educators then and professionals. Tapos, as UP Baguio NSTP student, we commit and we are willing to learn despite the distance and the efforts. Siyempre, galing pa po kami sa Baguio. And as a student of social sciences, it is very fulfilling to see that the theories that we learn in books are applied in life sa mga narinig po namin kanina. So, we also hope that we can bring this program sa Baguio City. And thank you so much for inviting us and for being one of your partners. Salamat po.
thank you, UP Baguio, for that pledge of partnership. We are also excited for you guys. Okay, so next one is representative from our DILG car, Mr. CJ.
May bag na ang sapa kada kayo amin. Good morning po sa ating lahat. Ayun pa lang po yung perfect ko talaga. But today po, kayo pong lahat ang bida. Once again, palakpakan po natin ang ating mga learners, ang mga graduates po natin. No? Thank you po sa pansigitan and of course sa BSU for having DILG as part of this program. And we have seen po kung gaano ka-passionate po ang bawat isa. The learners, yun pong ating mga organizers, and lahat po ng mga partners ng ating pong Community Leaders Formation Program. And same goes po with the ALG, Andito po kami to help whatever efforts, whatever contribution that we could have po, And I'm here po as on behalf of the ALG Cordillera. And kami po, we hereby pledge to our steadfast commitment to the vision and expansion of the Community Leaders Formation Program. Ito po ang ating CLFP. Alam naman po natin how invested we are dito po sa ating programa, and nabanggit po kanina ni Ma'am Annie, meron po tayong tinatatag na Cordillera Civic Academy, which was inspired of course by CLFP po. Nakita po natin how good the program is, and we see how we could expand more po yung ating ginagawang efforts for this. And we recognize that building peaceful, safe, resilient, and inclusive communities begins with empowering our grassroots leaders. And kayo po yung lahat, mga ating learners po dito sa CLFP. And with that po, the ALG CAR commits to the following. We have 3 po. First, to actively support the implementation of the CLFP. And dito po kami, of course, to support and to scale up the CLFP po across the Cordilleras by closely collaborating with the Pansigidan Advocacy Cooperative and of course the Benguet State University and our other local partners po, CSOs and local government units from the academy of course and the private sector. Secondly po, to ensure that this program complements and harmonizes with DILG's existing capacity development para hindi po tayo nagpapatong-patong. We want it to be inclusive and we want it to be a consolidated effort po para isahan lang po ang ginagawa po natin, and hindi po tayo nakakalayo sa alignment na gusto po natin when it comes to our values. And thirdly, to continue championing the principles of matino, mahusay at maasahang public service, ensuring of course the values that we have in the community po and of course in Benguet and in the whole of Cordillera that prioritizes the next generation of Cordillera leaders and to commit to the well-being and sustainable democracy of all po. Together, we will build a stronger communities through our better leaders of the society. Once again, congrats po sa inaugural class ng ating CLFP. Mabuhay po kayong lahat.
Thank you, Sir CJ, for that pledge of commitment and pledge of partnership. We are looking forward for that collaboration in championing the good governance. And we also call LGU partners, specifically for BLGU, Ma'am Datu or Ma'am Carias.
Good morning. Pasensya na anak nakasagan. Di ba kakata? Umuna, katkat nga pasalamat iti resource person ni Harharo iti da nagapo iti national. Respectively from the ILG, da kami nga nagrugrugi from grassroots sa barangay level kami, kat nga tulong dagiti and in in Sursuro Kanyami katatakat Maus Usarmi is a barangay level me tapno adati improvement. So dali say the intendang modules or dali say in represent damit lang idi nga mi unay nawatan yung tatanga review miket ma maus usarmi. So ang iyayaman kan itidad numapay nga agencies. So dakang natulong kanya mi amin dagitoy at agpasalamat akmat dagiti fellow graduates na declare tapos dagitoy the parents mi nga nangitulok nga or pamilya mi nga nangitulok nga umay kami ag-explore or ang-adal ditoy. Thank you iti ng buo ditoy nga programa kada Ma'am Clevy, the Ma'am Betty. Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for that pledge of partnership tapno dati nga programa kat marignamat iti barangay level. So we can move on to our open commitment to be led by Ma'am Johara.
Humming in the specify, technology procurement na lang specify once a morning.
Nakitutak dito. Good morning kanya tayo amin. Kasi daw biglang commitment niya. So, may nagsapa kanya tayo amin kanya kablao nga sa pasak di may sa. Before say commitment, kay kan istorya akmay man basit nukas ano tayo nga nabunod. Actually, ni Councilor Kelly Piman, which is isang talaga nga nag-push ito yung activity. Kaya Ma'am Betty, in-encourage na Piman the TAC nga conduct the kastoy ko mga activity and ato di pag-ipanan tayo. Na-director tayo with Zion, pilot tayo, pag-pilotan tayo. So, agyaman tayo kini Ma'am Kelly na active suna. Yan, kaput tayo effort na kan ada ito. Kan nakita tayo kahit kumangayang nga salamat kanya yung Ma'am Betty kan the staff, the members nakita tayo nung kasano ngayon push tayo jay ato na nakita tayo istay pagdownan na ngam at the end of the day talaga headnote ni Apo nga may push through like greenness ada tayo dito ka kaya dagito'y da sponsors tayo salamat kanya yung amin dito ipakita tayo nga nung ada talaga ti mayat or kaya tayo mayat nga ang hamidan nga maurnungay gaya talaga ti tao nga adala tata gaya kunam no may samlang nga na in voice out mo day tagay kat adala tagayam ti tao nga tumulong. So salamat kanyayo amin tatay di aggressive committee certificate apay di ay nga agbabasa dyan agnervyos ak nga aggressive niya kasi nga ikat panpanunutok nuwan nga komite yung talaga nga naragsanday ito nga commitment talaga nga gagamit lang ni Sir Ted Tai, President nga datayuti first nga i-share to kan agbalin nga ag-voice para ag-voice out nga idanon ti kakadwa tayo. So nga medyo nadagsanday ito nga responsibility nga kanya tayo. Former nga councilor ang i-DJ ato kat dahil dagit sa inad-adal tayo may kat sometimes talagang talagang medyo narigat po na Kaya na, no mamingsan, ngay kat uray mang tayo ti voice ti tao. No, dagi jay kwa tayo ngay kat awan ti support. Diyay lang na talaga ti may sakma pagka. Ngam, no, ado tayo nga sao. Ngay kat mabalid man siguro nga ma-persuade ti Suda. So, di ko dati yung from atok and other different kita, may sa tayo, tapno, kakarotat ta, no, may, more artox tayo mga kanayon. Apay nga kanayon nga dati artox ti ato, kanya nga problem. So, mga kanak nga, dagit ako mga banag, ngay alaan tayo positively, hanga jay negative. Kaday tangay mas improve tayo kadam titingag pa sa barangay kakarti barangay paway di man na kanayon nga mami mention nga lagi tangay kat aramida tayo as I take tayo nga positively nga panag-improve tayo kita tayo maalam nga negative. But kasan yung Ma'am Betty? Salamat kanya yo amin and awan kami ni Ma'am Kelly may mamet ko man no isuna tapno mas win. Kat thank you so much kanya tayo. And salamat mo ti family. Awan unay ti may ibagat basta salamat kanya yo amin. Thank you.
So, gamit kami muna yung kadagiti naibigay yung kanyami, and at the same time, we are very thankful for your commitment, for your pledge of partnership. Again, there is actually two categories of pledge of partnership. They are the first one, as we call them one by one, is there is already a structured pattern of program. The other one is, of course, this is a way for them to say, pa ng ibagada nga, we want to help, we want to be part of this program that is open, commitment. So, sino pa iti kahit na state, ti commitment na, then you are very much welcome.
Lipat-lipat. Ma'am Betty, amok nga dawat lang dahil ti classmates mi, baka dati kwayo pa ka ijay next nga level daw. Baka adaman ng tikastay ka ijay next level ka no. So, DI lang.
So,
adamat lang dito ni Sir DILG. Mamangagnan. Tap no tuloy-tuloy kumati learning.
So, meron siyang next na kabanata.
And thank you for the concern and inquiry. Yes po, we're trying to finalize po our next level for the CLFP po through the Cordillera Civic Academy po. For context, our Cordillera Civic Academy, as mentioned, is inspired po by the CLFP, and we want to create this as our CSO Academy for our region po, and other regions already have their own CSO Academy, but this is the first time that we have po dito sa north part of the country po to establish our own Civic Academy po. And for this one, we will be going through 3 components at the moment po, no? Component 1 is the CLFP, and it focuses on the values, leadership po. Then you will go through the next 2 components, which will be on local governance. Yung pangatlo naman po ay on advocacy and communication. So meron po tayong next levels. And through the Pansigadan and DSC po, we will be communicating with you on how we could proceed po, as long as we will be committed. Since I think it's also important po to mention that the Civic Academy at the moment doesn't have much funding, but it was inspired by the experience that we had was a CLFP, that people come not for what they will be getting in terms of monetary, in terms of whatever it is, you, as I have experienced it po, no, since noong first po kami na-invite first po ako naka-join noong September, no, you are going because you are passionate about your grassroots community po. You are passionate because you want to empower and to make a change po, no, at your own level. And yun po, we will be pulling resources together with our partners so that kayo po, you could continue on with your passion and your education po dun po sa ating Civic Academy. So, once again, meron po tayong Cordillera Civic Academy, wherein kayo po ay potentially ang makaka-go through po noong first batches po natin dun sa ating Civic Academy program po. Expect more details po sa
We're back. So we have watched the CLFP graduates' testimony on the commitment. So they have shared their learnings, their insights and reflections throughout their CLFP journey coming from the different sectors. So we also watched the ILG's commitment through Sir CJ De Vera and BCAP's commitment through Ma'am Annie Cagyo. Again, we thank you so much for these sharings.
For our next video, we will witness the giving of plaques and certificates to our partners and sponsors. So before that, we would like to thank those donors and sponsors who have donated in cash and in-kind donations. So thank you very much. We would also want to acknowledge the counterpart of our graduates, wherein they paid for their fare and committedly packed their lunch throughout the CLFP classes. And of course, we would like to thank the volunteers who facilitated and helped us in making this event possible. Thank you very much. So let's watch this video.
For that commitment and at the same time, ingat-ingat so nadape gayam. Okay, so this is not the end for you. We still have other sets of components as mentioned by Sir CJ. So you will be a potential member of that program. So Yaman, thank you very much, Sir CJ.
Tati panagyaman tayo kadagiti ng tao, anang tati oras, piksa, kan tulong tapno da ito yung community leaders formation program that nagbalin realidad. What makes this journey truly special is that it was built entirely on the spirit of community and the generosity of private individuals. Kaya ning agitan, iti panagyaman, kadagiti ng tao ang nagserbi nga nagtaudan, ti panakaammo. So to start this, may we call on Mr. Mark Joshua S. Balawas. Let me read the content of the certificate. The Community Leaders Formation Program CLFP awards the Certificate of Appreciation for serving as a resource person. Your expertise contributed in attaining the objective of the project. The proponents and their partners deeply appreciate his dedication to civic education. The certificate is formally awarded on this 21st day of February 2026 in La Trinidad, Benguet, signed by Ma'am Betty Celestino, the board chairperson of Pansigadan Advocacy Cooperative, and Mr. Kenneth A. Laruan, the University President, Benguet State University. Once again, let us give him a round of applause. Miss Ann Heather B. Kiwang. Maria Teresa B. Dolipas. Mr. Arnel T. Basit. Attorney Melody M. Binaldo Velasco. Miss Florina C. Damo. Maria Lori C. Victor. Rene Joshua M. Verduque. Mr. Hector Z. Kawit. Miss Madeline A. Campili Talastas. Miss Gretchen Gay C. Ablaza. Melody M. Angko. Mr. Alexander G. Kilip Jr. Miss Raquel M. Patong. Mr. Jared Gray Bayati. Miss Sarah Ben Abednebi. Miss Janice P. Balangen. And Mr. Rex John G. Bawang. So naapo iti nangitad iti wisdom here in Field School. No? Yung mga susunod po na tatawagin, sila po ay resource speakers naman in School on Air. Okay? Ayabak nga ron ako ni Mark Joshua S. Balawas. Mr. Stanley F. Anongos Jr. Sumarano ni Mr. Loreto T. Fernandez Jr. Attorney Julie M. Binaldo Velasco. Ray C. Ablaza. Once again, let us give them a round of applause for our resource persons.
So next, dahil may sa napintas ang pakabuklan ti volunteerism, we want to highlight that this initiative flourished through the pure community passion and self-reliance, aligning with our shared goals for a sustainable future. Kat, as pamadayaw, dawatan mi ti panagtakder dagiti sumarno ang masaknan tapno awatan da the certificate of recognition in their participation, sponsorship, and viewers. So, may read the citation of the certificate sa nga awagan mi dagiti nakalista. So, this certificate of appreciation is presented to them for serving as a sponsor during the inaugural batch of the Community Leaders Formation Program, Field School Face-to-Face modality. So their generosity contributed in attaining the objective of the program. The proponent and their partners deeply appreciate their dedication to civic education. The certificate is formally awarded on this 21st day of February 2026 in La Trinidad, Benguet. Signed by the General Manager of PAC, Ms. Rhea Loncho, and the Board Chairperson of PAC, Ma'am Betty S. Listino. First, from the list, may call on Freudeline Docalas. Second, from the list, may call on Sherry Tommy. Third, from the list, may call on Christian Joseph De Vera. Sa animon nga malipatan dagiti tao nga nadaan iti isangsangayan nga puso nga nangibingay iti tigatad nga mausar kinausar maumabot iti 41,836.42 peso. Dahil tingnan isang pondo na usap tayo para iti daytoy atinay. So our heartful thanks to the following: Ma'am Freudeline Docalas, Sherry Tommy, Christian Joseph De Vera, Bachelor of Science in Development Communication, batch 2012. Meron po ba tayong representative from that batch? Abigail Santos, Claudine Maris, Michelle Carino, Susan Haday, Christine Baniquet de la Cruz, and Kelly Den Tomas. So once again, yun po yung mga donors natin, mga sponsors natin. with having the total donation of in-kind and in-cash po from August 16 to November 22, 2025, a total amount of 41,836.42 pesos.
So let us also give certificate of appreciation to our volunteers. Let me read the content of the certificate. Certificate of appreciation is presented to them for serving as a volunteer facilitator during the inaugural batch of the Community Leaders Formation Program for both field school and school-on-air classes. Their steadfast commitment was instrumental in achieving the program's objectives. The proponents and their partners express their deepest gratitude for their dedication to civic education and leadership development. Awarded this 21st day of February 2026 in La Trinidad, Benguet. Signed by Ms. Rhea S. Loncho, the General Manager of PAC, and Ms. Betty Celestino, the Board Chairperson of PAC. Dagito'y at tao kat nagtad, ikapintas, ti puso, tapno mainuwan-wan, dagiti nagtumpus kayo. Diyos tagmina kadakwada. First on the list, Miss Yuna L. Dilio. Marjorie P. Listino. Evelyn B. Viernes. And last but not the least, Kane Dominic D. David. Once again, let us give them a round of applause for all of our volunteers, our sponsors, our donors, and of course, our resource persons. Thank you, everyone. Your kindness is the foundation of this inaugural class na nagsak akablao ng Diyos tagmina kada kayo amin.
Leadership is never a journey taken alone. It thrives through collaboration and a shared vision of institutions that believe in the power of the grassroots.
Daytoy a CLFP kat nagbalin amay sa abalaygi, gapo itinabilig at panagtintinulong kayo. As a token of our deep gratitude, we shall now present the plaques of appreciation to our partners who stood by us from the very beginning. May we call in Mr. Agustin A. Dawanis. Mr. Bobby Mac G. Oli. Miss Clivy May S. Uya. Let me read the content of the plaque. The Community Leaders Formation Program warmly present this plaque of appreciation to Clivy May S. Uyan in grateful recognition of her invaluable service as CLFP coordinator for her masterful execution of roles in module development, learners management, facilitation, and administrative work, and for her unwavering commitment to the successful implementation of the CLFP. Given this 21st day of February 2026, during the graduation ceremony of the CLFP inaugural batch of La Trinidad. Signed by Ma'am Betty Destino and Mr. Kenneth A. Laruan. May we also give a plaque of appreciation to the College of Social Sciences. May we call in the Dean of our beloved college to be represented by Mr. Balawas.
May we also award the plaque of appreciation to the College of Public Administration and Governance, to be represented by to be received by the Dean of the College, Attorney Julie Binaldo, and Ma'am Gretchen Ablaza.
Of course, we will also give the plaque of appreciation to our International Relations Office.
Last but not the least, we also award this plaque of recognition or appreciation to Benguet Business Society Incorporated. Any representative coming from them?
May we call in all of our sponsors, volunteers, resource speakers, our partners to come here in front for photo ops. Of course, with your certificates.
Sige, the sponsors tayo. Speakers, nagiti dating mulong, mga volunteers, nagiti donors, makawagan, i-present tayo dito yung stage, itisamo, para i-picture taking. Sir Mark.
Our interns, please come here in front and join the picture taking.
Once again, Dr. Mayaman yung unay kanyayo, at agad na itulong yung para i-let yung programa.
Makita tayo nga dati nga programa kat lumaulawa kan umon-unag. Tatay lang nakita tayo in partnership ti BSU kan PEC ngam tagta umat-adu tayo aba sabasabali nga institusyon sabasabali nga sektor. Agbiag iti CLFP. So as we reach the end of the ceremony, we carry with us not just certificates, but new friendships and a shared vision for our communities. To officially close our program, let us welcome the Dean of SIPAG, Attorney June.
Okay, naimbag nagsapa tayong amin, mapagdi nagsapa tayong amin. So, this is the second time na makita dagiti estudyante tayo. Inadirik na nagbaling estudyante. Panon? At dagiti ti guardians yun? Dagiti ti guardians yun, kasakay ti estudyante. Ayun. So, siguro di may salito yung nagpakalang ako nalalakay. Estudyante at tata, awan pa'y tata nga rabi. Bakit? Estudyante at tata, awan pa'y tata nga rabi. So, those are the sacrifices na naging student tayo, may nagdalanan. Bayat nga agis-iskwila natin kasi nga programa nga muna ni Ma'am Betty nga Lisino. Palakpakan tayo ni Ma'am Betty. Siyempre, kay nga plano, awan mo lang, awan nagitoy nga nagbaling estudyante. Kasi awan lang kada kami nga resources speaker nga nagbaling nga teachers da. Siyempre, kasama lang kayo tayo estudyante, kanay kung ibaga, hang kami nga teacher na awan estudyante. Diba? So, ang kamot nagbaling nga politician, no awan mo ti mangibutos. Kaya, ako konsilor, nagbaling nga gayamon ka ex-konsilor ti Atok. Makatatawa nga ruta ti Atok gayamon, also known as kibungan. Nagkatong ti taga-kibungan na ni Ato kanya kaputi sa yuti. Yan yung mayat, tanila kayo ko nagaputi ni Ato. Da kami mag-party nga nagaputi kibungan because of the contest na dahil family day. Ayun. So the first na shade istorya na. So awan isang sabalik niya tayo niya. Ato kan kibungan. Apa awan itublay. Taga-tublayak niya. Itugon, ang dati nakita hindi nga taga Itugon. O, pag-ibig itugon. Hopefully, di sumarsarunod ito nga programa tayo. Lagi ito'y guardians yun. Ako nito man nga, mainayon ito nga lagi dyan, estudyante nito, para dyan next level kada sir nga CJ. This is already organized by the region office of the ILG. Nagkakanimot lang na-train nga balingan teachers yun. Awan, marami lang yun yan. Whether you like it or not, kami lang na teachers yun. Yes, ganun yun. So, yun, whether you like it or not, awan na talaga, kami lang pa na, kanayon ka na, disay na rupa, kasday niya. Yung siguro manay na yun lang ito, daduman ito nga, rup-rupan ito nga, ito ti, makinay na yun lang nga, at-train kinyami, nga balitumad lang nga teachers yun. Malay yung lang gagitoy nga nagbaling estudyante isunter tumad yung sumarsaro nga trainers. Zayan niya. So, dapat magpiman-tina doon magbitad tayo na nailayon ay ako magpiman. Niya, pasensya na ako. Niya, tani, nagapuan yung pa niya, ma'am? Waman lang po. Ay, buti na lang, waman lang. Akala ko naman, nagkalik pa sa kibuan sa ato to. Alam niyo yan, divine intervention din yan. Kasi kung taga-kibungan yan, Diyos pa rin na nagsubli. Oo, di ba? Buti na lang, sawangan lang po kayo, ma'am, di ba? One ride away from Benguet University. One ride away from Ma'am Betty. Those are the experiences nga tayo nga maiwasan nga talaga niya. Salamat kami ako, palakpakan tayo mag-imam tayo. Hindi pa tayo kailang isunawag na studying experience. Thank you so much, ma'am, no? Nanuda kami din, kami naging engmay. Yung amoy yung may samot nga effect natin pa nag-iskwida. Kasladi ko na ni ma'am, lumaw-lawa. Medyo sulatan kayo sa ganyan, nagkita ko pa.
Pag kita lang kanina katawa na ginisan, dahil nagtapulanda, di para pati mga lumaw-lawa o mugunan niya. So, going back ijay, no, dati manay na yung nagpiagal tayo niya, di may isa nga pagmayatan na. Jay pasensya tayo ngayon kumaka dito. Minayon na kanya. Lumaw-lawa mo na kumaka dito. Kumaka dito, di pasensya tayo lumalay kayo. Lumalay na yun nanti ang tayo nga paiso niya. Iso nga kumbaga dati pasin nga nakita, masin nga na halo nga nakayatan, imbaga daking kagapusta, nag-training ka, dito Benguet State University. Iso ti paano mo ito makapatulan. Diba? Mga ganong bagay po. Okay? May satay nga ikat, gapumot lang ti pagka-Kristiyano tayo, iso ti may sa nga tumultulong kinya tayo, kanumanay na yung nanot lang ti anos tayo. Iso nga siguro, hani amo no na inayon day ko lecture yung every time nga adda ti agbalin nga conferences you, no? Always open it with a prayer. Yes, no, whatever is the religion we have, so that the divine intervention, divine providence will always be there. Kaya so di mangsilawin niya tayo amin, mangisurukin niya tayo, manya tirumbang narami na tayo. Isumot lang ti magpakalma, dali-dali na tayo nga numaminsan agpurpurat. Kamu ang kapay niya, nakita pa lang di kasabat mo at agpurpurat tayo niya. Kasday, katanya ngay tao tayo lang. So nga na adalan tayo nga, no, di pa nagpurpurot ni Apo Dusimang, patal na di nga burok ti trick na tayo. Kasi not lang agapay din na mayat di man natin baka ni Sir Tagtay. You cannot teach an old dog. Dahil kita na di man di classmates na. Old. Wala niya. Old. Diba mga seniors, mga gano'n. Kanya pwede po na lang, may pang-love ka na ba? Medyo ako nakachiyaya. Very good. Yes. Well, I think, yeah, depende kami ijing tao diyan. Yeah? Di nga ro, di pa nakita na ngayon, di nga, daging ti classmate ko ngayon, medyo ada idagdan. Pasuruan na pa'y ngata. That's the first question, no, as iskwila tayo. Okay, nung nagadumot, naging estudyante tayo, nga kaslaki ngayon, nga ada idagda, sumunod lang naman basta open-minded tayo. Open-minded tayo nga mag-aksepta, nga mabalik tayo pailang nga mabaliwan, mabalik tayo pailang nga mausal nga managbaling dita do mga tao. Kasi so, hanggang-apply di man mo, di ko na ni Sir nga you cannot teach at all, unless nga talaga nga talaga nga masusuwan na piman niya. Taidi, akseptaran tayo ang multi panglakayan idi, ang dami tayo masuruan. That is accepted. Yeah? I myself ay an advocate of elders' respect. May sa akag advokasya nga dapat respetuon tayo na hindi panglakayan. May sa akag advokasya nga dapat nuanya timbaga ti panglakayan isuti manumpal. Yeah? Tanong maminsan nagindi sa udang ay isuti mangtulong mo lang kanya tayo nga mangipatumpal dagiti kaya tayo tibiyag. Yeah? Nga adamot nga ron maminsan diyan tayo mga kayat kinya danong man manulang nukit kita dito. Kaaduan nga na yung surukin nga tayo dagiti panglakayan, that is what we call by wisdom. That is their wisdom. We never learn wisdom in school. We learn in school, and that is what we call learnings. But wisdom is never being learned. That is through experience of our elders. So nga dagiti kakadwani nga uubi nga sa kadakay lang, ubi nga kay lang po let's try to still respect our elders, no? Because our elders are the qualis or alter ego of our politicians. Okay? Alter ego na yung tipo ng ating mga politicians. Sa dala nga nabutusan yung isudat ni Maysanga, mauskusar. Mauskusar, tatlo ang dati kapyati ili tayo. So ano dati white hair, carry lang yan. Go ahead. Huwag nyo nang huwag nang ipa-color, accepted yan. Diba tapos may sakanto nga, mapili na elders iti barangay. May sakanto nga apply. Nabisita yun ba? Yes, nabisita ka nun. Again, congratulations to our graduates, no?
To our graduates to all the graduates of the Community Leaders Formation Program, congratulations again. No? So we celebrate your remarkable achievement and dedication, nga basta-basta, for positive change in your communities. Nasabay ko makati-apply tayo ang yan. Handa nga mangingga nga nanggan tayo, ludikat may apply tayo kumamag na dito. Iso nga tatay, nagkaroon tayo tikas lang ang pledge of commitment from our community partners. As the Benguet State University, DILG, local government units, and other schools existing in Cordillera Administrative Region, which we first have our commitment in Baguio City, at kumit kami kas pagadalan nga mangtulong ti umili. Tapno manayunan pa iti sursuro tayo, may panggap no kasano nga matulungan mo ti gobyerno tayo. That is what we call participation. So nga tayo kumanga kanayon nga ibaga nga basol ti gobyerno. Sika nga imot nga umilian niya tinaramitan. Baka mo nga post ka lang post sa Facebook, maawa tinaramitan. So let's try to have our self-reflection. To our graduates, as you move forward, remember that leadership is not just about titles or positions. Okay? It is about the impact you have on others in the lives you touch. Carry the knowledge, skills, and networks you build through this program to drive meaningful projects, foster inclusive growth, and empower those around you. So keep pushing boundaries. Nataman dito tikas lang nga makita tayo nga boundaries. Walang tayo mabaling tayo nga we can deal with it. No? Keep learning. Okay? Hanya at stop ko ti panag-adal. Uray mo anya tiligan tayo. Iskulaan pa ti pag-adalan haan. We can learn in many things. To our experience. Nagdalan ka, tinay sa problema, anya tigapuanan na, that is learning. Dati problema, dati naglasatang na experience, we keep on learning on that. And keep believing in the power of collective action. These are our CSO representatives, nagapuda ti kooperatiba. So, you need to look into or keep into your mind that your decision must be collective. Hanga single decision making lang. Okay? Your contributions, no matter how small they seem, can spark ripples of transformations. Ibig sabihin, mangtulong tayo nga mag-transport ng ijay kakadwa tayo. Again, mabuhay ang CLFP graduates. The future is bright. Buray no makulimlim. It is in your hands to go lead purpose, compassion, and excellence. The world needs your light. Again, congratulations at biyag tayo amin.
Diyos kagmina from Izumi. And to our graduates, panuluto tayo kumang na dahil the end for this program, but rather, dahil ito'y tipagrugyan, tinasayaan na pagkakadwa tayo. Baligi para kanya tayo amin dahil. So, you are already more empowered generation of leaders here in the Cordillera.
Hello, we're back again. So congratulations again to our inaugural class graduates. Also, congratulations. Thank you for still sticking with us until the very end. So, for our next steps ng CLFP, eligible na po ang ating field school graduates for our DILG Civic Academy initiative on civic education. So, tapos na nila ang component 1, which is our module on values education. Then they will move on to component 2, which is about the technical module. This is on the DILG Civic Academy. As for the CLFP second batch, ag-start tayo lang ti enrollment, which will be announced very soon. Simultaneous nga no ag-klase ti component 2, ag-klase mit ti component 1. The details for this will be elaborated through our Facebook page sa ating Facebook page, and we will update you very very soon.
So again, thank you for being with us. We have watched the CLFP graduation highlights for both field school, face-to-face, and school on air teleradio modality. So we acknowledge our partners and graduates and all our online viewers today.
The video will still be available for 30 days pala. Sigid Ansakan,
No sigid unsik
Pamilya Ili Yabatawa.
Yabatawa.